Today, I'm going to be looking for as many marked shiny Pokemon as I possibly can within 24 hours. If you don't know, marks can be found on any Pokemon, and they give that Pokemon a little more personality. Some of them are also pretty rare. We all know shiny Pokemon are awesome, but the ability to find so many so quickly has probably lessened their value to some people. So let's raise that value back up by finding as many marked shinies as we can in one day. And let me just preface this by saying, what you're about to see is possibly some of the most insane shiny luck ever. So let's not waste any more time and get right into it. Starting off, I chose to check out this Drillbur outbreak over in the Blueberry Academy. Drillbur is just a silly little mole, and I'm not sure why, but I felt like the jittery mark would fit it really nicely. It just looks like a little kid who definitely drank too much coffee and is all hyper. A couple other marks I think would possibly fit Drillbur are the Joyful mark, Zoned Out mark, or Absent-Minded mark. There are no thoughts between those eyes. Anyways, before my first shiny showed up for me, it became daytime. And for some reason, the outbreak stopped spawning Drillbur when the sun came out. This really confused me. And honestly, still does. Drillbur is not a night-only spawn, at least according to Cerebi. So, as far as I'm aware, this shouldn't happen. But let me know if you guys have any guesses as to why Drillbur stopped spawning. It didn't stop me though. I just closed out my game and switched it back to night. And a bit later... Oh, it has a mark! Yay! Now all we have to do is check which mark this little mole had. Again, we're hoping for the jittery, joyful, zoned out, or absent-minded marks. Ah, come on. That's the worst one. And now seems like an appropriate time to give you a little lesson about marks. Beware, there is some math coming. So, listen up. There are multiple types of marks. Timed marks, weather marks, personality marks, and then these two, the uncommon and rare marks. Time and weather both have a 1 in 50 chance of appearing during the specific time or the specific weather for their respective marks. So, for example, the rainy mark can only appear on a Pokemon if they spawn while it's raining. Personality marks are the ones we're attempting to get on this Drillbur. There are 28 different personality marks. So, going for a specific personality mark gives you a 1 in 2800 chance. Kinda low. But if you don't care about the specific mark, then it's a 1 in 100 chance. Now we're looking for 4 different possible marks. So that gives us a 4 in 2800 chance, or a 1 in 700 chance. Or if you like percentages, it's a 0.0014% chance. Still kinda low. Now these two can show up on any Pokemon at any time or any place. The uncommon mark has a 1 in 50 chance to appear. And the rare mark is the rarest of them all. Duh. With a 1 in 1000 chance. So, those are the odds. Simple, right? Well, no. Because there's a few ways to increase those odds. By completing the Indigo Discs Pokedex, you receive the Mark Charm. Similar to the Shiny Charm, it increases the chance of marks appearing on Pokemon. So, instead of having a single roll at a mark, you have 3. So, for the uncommon mark, instead of it being a 1 in 50 chance, it's a 3 in 50 chance. But wait, there's more. You see, every sparkling sandwich I make to increase my shiny odds also has Tidal Power 3. And Tidal Power 3 gives you 4 additional rolls at a mark. Therefore, for the uncommon mark, we would have a 4 in 50 chance of it appearing with just Tidal Power. But if we add our 2 chances together, we get a nice 7 in 50 chance, which is a whopping 14% chance. So, just to bring it all back around, for the 4 marks we're looking for on this Drillbur, we have a 4 in 2800 chance, plus our Mark Charm, 3 in 2800 chance, plus Tidal Power 3's 4 in 2800 chance, meaning we have an 11 in 2800 chance, or a 0.0039% chance. I mean, it's still not good. There's also a few more marks you can get on your Pokemon, but I'm going to discuss those a little bit later. Anyways, for the time being, I was not satisfied with a lousy uncommon mark for our Drillbur. So, I decided to hunt a bit longer in hopes of finding a better mark. Only problem was, it took me another hour to find a second shiny Drillbur.
Oh, it's not marked. Of course it's not.
So I decided to move on. A few videos ago, I claimed that Drowsy is nobody's favorite Pokemon. And I still stand by this claim. It's disgusting, but it has such an incredible pink shiny that perfectly matches the Dream Ball. And its name is Drowsy. How could it get any better? Well, there is one way. The Sleepy Time mark. I don't know if there's a more perfect combination. Pink Drowsy in a Dream Ball with the Sleepy Time mark. Let's make it happen. But it was during this hunt that I made a grave mistake. Comment below if you know what it is. 30 minutes of hunting and we found our first pink abomination.
Ooh! Woo! This is definitely a pink guy.
Markless, but small. For those of you that don't know, this symbol means that the Pokemon is smaller than the average Drowsy. You can also find Pokemon with this symbol, which just means they're bigger than average. If you have a Pokemon of the smallest or largest size, that's a mark. You can head over to Mesa Goza and speak with this person to check, which I did, but it was not. And as soon as I got back to the Drowsy,
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
okay, there we go. It's marked. Ooh, be the sleepy mark. Be an EP guy.
Moment of truth.
Not the mark we wanted, but at least it's not another uncommon mark. I did spend another 50 minutes looking for shiny Drowsy, and ended up with one more pink guy.
Ooh! Oh.
But it also wasn't marked. We now had 5 shiny Pokemon, and only 2 marked. You may be wondering what I plan to do with all the non-marked shinies. Well, thanks for asking, because I'm choosing to give them all away to you lovely people watching. All you have to do is be subscribed so you don't miss the announcement. More details at the end of the video. Also, while you're hitting the subscribe button, you might as well like the video. Please. Remember how I said this video contains some of the most insane shiny luck I've ever had? Well, that was all about to begin with our next hunt. But before we do that, let's take a quick break from the shiny hunting and do something a bit different. Besides all the marks we've already discussed, there are a few you can get on a Pokemon after you've already caught them. The one I'm looking for is the Gourmand mark on a Snorlax, because he likes food. He just like me, for real, for real. So I just went to this food stand with Snorlax in my party and kept buying yummy treats, until eventually he was a connoisseur of the yummies. Anyways, on to the hunt. Smeargle is a dog with a paintbrush for a tail, so one might assume it enjoys arts and crafts. You see where I'm going with this? That's why I wanted to get a shiny Smeargle with the crafty mark. Now, I realize the crafty mark is not referring to an artistic type of personality, but that's how I'm gonna take it, because this is my video and I can do whatever I want. Before we truly get started though, I want you all to try and guess how many shiny Smeargle I'm going to catch and how long it's going to take me to catch them. Alright, here we go. Just 5 minutes into our first sandwich, and we found our first painting pup.
Oh, that didn't take long, but does it have a mark? What's the point?
And it was during this battle that I made a little mistake and accidentally got the Smeargle killed. But at least it wasn't marked. Right, guys? I was also able to reclaim that shiny in just another 5 minutes.
Ooh! I won't kill this one, I swear.
Also unmarked. But my third shiny Smeargle, 10 minutes later, is where it all turned around.
Oh!
Just kidding, this one was also not marked.
What is going on?
Oh, did I forget to mention that I may be the unluckiest lucky person around? Silly me. Surely this markless streak will end with Smeargle number 4.
Oh, there's one in the background. Ah!
Okay, but I was so confident Smeargle number 5 would be the one.
Oh! Ain't no way this one isn't marked. Ain't no way, bro. What is going on?
And number 6 was a bit of a curveball.
Oh. Hello.
Also not marked though. Our actual 6th Smeargle is where it all started to turn around.
Have a mark.
But like for real this time.
Yes! Let's go!
If it has the uncommon mark, I will cry.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right. I think it's time for a little montage.
Oh!
Please don't let me down, Smeargle number 7.
I hate this game.
Ooh!
You better not be a disappointment like all the other ones. I hate you.
Ooh.
Of course. And it's not marked.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh. What? What?
The first is not. The second is not. What? What is going on? Oh. Hello. You are the one. Moment of truth. Oh my god. Woo. You cannot escape me. You are the one. Ah! This is crazy. No way. No way. Come on, baby. Oh my god. Woo! No way. No way. You're the one. This is the one. Yes! I swear. I swear. No! No! That was the one. Oh, hello. Are you the one?
Oh! Oh!
You're the one.
I'm going to lose my mind if it's an uncommon mark.
I'm begging. Begging. Hey, it's not an uncommon mark. Smeargle the early riser. Okay, not too shabby. So what I was thinking was, even though this wasn't the mark I was looking for, as long as it wasn't an uncommon mark, I was fine with moving on to a different target. But also considering how lucky I've gotten finding Smeargle, I kinda just wanted to catch as many shinies as possible until the outbreak disappeared. So that's what I did. Oh, and I found another one literally 10 seconds after I found the dog.
Oh, there's another one.
I believe.
Oh!
We're peaking. We're peaking. You know, I won't even be mad if this one's an uncommon mark. I won't even be a little bit mad. Okay, I'm a little mad.
Okay, so maybe not peeking. Just kidding, because we found another shiny in 30 seconds.
Oh my goodness, that's like 3 shiny Smeargle within 1 minute.
And they're all marked, bro. What is happening? But it just ended up being another Dawn mark. And wouldn't you believe it, 3 minutes later,
Oh my goodness. 4 for 4? Oh my god, if it's a Dawn mark, that's perfect. Perfectly fine, because it's not uncommon. Perfectly fine. We are happy with the Dawn mark. What will it be this time? Lunchtime mark. It's different.
but it was about time for our luck to run out. My next shiny Smeargle,
Ooh, 5 for 5, baby.
wasn't marked.
Okay.
And after it, I didn't find another Smeargle for quite some time. 30 minutes. Okay, that's obviously not a long time. But when you've already found 20 shiny Smeargle, plus the 2 I failed, and 2 other random shinies, in about 3.5 hours, 30 minutes for a single shiny feels like an eternity. And just having those words come out of my mouth kinda proves the whole concept for this video. Anyways, I found that Smeargle after 30 minutes.
Ooh, you are marked. Hey, you actually are. Let's go be a good one. Thank you.
Not only that, but it was the final Smeargle needed to disperse this outbreak. 21 shiny Smeargle caught, 1 killed, 1 failed, and 2 randos. And this was our reward. It's something different. Let's go. Let's go. Smeargle the Grumpy. Our first personality mark. Not the one we wanted, but it feels incredible to get something special. With an absolute battalion of shiny Smeargle, it was finally time for us to move on to our next hunt. If you've been living under a Lycanroc, then you might not know this Pokemon has 3 different forms. And I think it would be really silly to get a shiny Dusk form Lycanroc with the Dusk mark. Why? Well, because Dusk form Lycanroc is one of the most interesting and difficult hunts to do. And clearly I love to torture myself. I am a shiny hunter after all. Anyways, the way this used to work was that you would find yourself a Lycanroc outbreak, any kind, and then switch your time around in your settings until you found Dusk. Then the Lycanroc outbreak would start spawning Dusk form pups. But since they fixed outbreaks with the DLCs, this doesn't work anymore. And I definitely didn't waste like 30 minutes not knowing this information. So now the new way to do this hunt is possibly even harder. First, set your game to Dusk. Then you have a 3-minute window to do date skips in order to find yourself a Dusk form Lycanroc outbreak, which I was fortunately able to find without too much trouble.
There it is. There it is. Dusk form Lycanroc outbreak, and it's nighttime.
Once you finally have it, you need to keep saving your game to reset the clock to give you 3 more minutes to knock out 60 Lycanroc, and then hunt for the shiny, closing out your game and setting the clock back every time dusk passes. Now, we all know I'm the greatest shiny hunter of all time, so I was able to find the blue buddy after just an hour.
Let's go, baby! And moment of truth. Let's go! First try, baby.
Finding that last shiny with the mark I wanted on my very first try filled me with a lot of confidence going into our next hunt. So much that I went hunting for a Pokemon I had no intentions of catching during these 24 hours. But what you have to remember, hunting marked shinies is not for the weak. It can be absolutely diabolical trying to get the mark you want. And this hunt was about to put me in my place. So the next hunt was for the chilliest little guy, who I feel like doesn't get enough love. It's so cute, and has an amazing shiny. Hashtag blue buddies. Now, there are a few marks I think would fit Snorunt really well. The Snowy mark, Jittery mark, Blizzard mark, and you can also make the argument for the Teary and Flustered mark, but I'm mainly going for the first 3. Unfortunately, the game knew I used up all my good luck when hunting Smeargle and Lycanroc, because it really didn't want to give me a shiny Snorunt.
Really good time to get a shiny.
The first shiny didn't show up until an hour and 15 minutes.
Finally!
And it wasn't marked. But just 15 minutes after,
now would be a good time. Oh! It worked! It worked!
Also not marked.
Oh.
About an hour after though, it seemed like my luck was starting to turn around.
Let's go. You're marked and you're big. Gimme. Anything but the uncommon mark, please.
But not too much.
We move on. I don't want to talk about it. Oh my goodness, that's 10 seconds later? You piece of garbage, though. Oh my goodness, what's going on? You piece of garbage, though.
And after those 3 shinies, we found another 2 in another hour.
Ooh, come on, baby. I believe in you, Snorunt. I don't believe in you, Snorunt. Hey, there we go.
We were really getting Smeargle during this hunt. Every shiny found was unmarked. The issue was, I wasn't finding shiny Snowrunts nearly as fast as I was finding shiny Smeargle. But I'm sure the next one will be.
Yo, my favorite shiny that I've never seen before. I hate you.
Our 9th shiny was also not marked, but the 10th was, and it was finally something different. Like I said earlier, if I find a marked shiny and it's anything other than the uncommon mark, I'm happy to move on. Hey, wait, what's happening? Why is the timer going down so fast? Okay, so I lied a little. I wanted to leave. I really did. But the truth is, I really wanted to get a shiny Snorunt with the Blizzard mark. The title for this mark is the Shivering, and Snorunt is constantly shivering. It was too perfect for me to just give up on. The problem with this mark specifically though, is that there has to be a blizzard happening in order for a Pokemon to have it. And I absolutely hate blizzards. They always make it so hard to see. But of course, the one time I actually wanted there to be a blizzard, one just would not show up. And whenever they would, it wouldn't last longer than 60 seconds. I spent so much time trying to get this mark. I sat in multiple picnics just waiting for the snowstorm to start, or I would close the picnic and find a shiny accidentally almost immediately. This happened not once, not twice,
Come on.
not 3 times,
You're joking me. You're joking.
but 6 times.
I'm gonna lose it. Is this diamond dust again? Yes, it is. And there's a shiny. Why does this keep happening? I hate you. Oh my god! How does this keep happening? At least it's marked. At least it's marked.
All this hunting did eventually land me a shiny Snorunt with a personality
That's
mark.
a cool mark.
Which is really cool, but not what I wanted. And after spending a total of 10 hours hunting for just this one Pokemon, it was finally actually time for me to move on. I had no intentions of catching this many shiny Snorunt, and I also didn't save 2 of them. Whoops. But in the end, this hunt was an unfortunate failure. The shivering Snorunt still eludes me. We're now down to our final 5 hours of hunting. And I still have 2 targets I want to attempt to catch. It's possible, but there's a good chance I screwed myself by hunting Snorunt for 10 hours. So remember earlier when we were going for a shiny Drowsy with a sleepy time mark? Well, there is another Pokemon that might be just as good of a fit for that mark. Slackoth. He's just an eepy guy. Also, I realized that I'm an idiot. The sleepy time mark can only be found on a Pokemon at nighttime. And the 3 shiny Drowsy I caught were not found at night. And if you left me a very nice comment regarding my stupidity not knowing this information, thank you. You've earned yourself a cookie. Anyways, let's look for Sid. Of course, the best way to hunt this little guy is with an outbreak. So, back to date skipping. Only taking about 10 minutes to show up. There it is, the sleepy boy. So now, let the hunt truly begin. For some reason, even though Slackoth's shiny should be obvious, my eyes weren't working so good. Every single one looked like it had a bit of a pink tint to it, but when the shiny actually appeared, oh, that's what it looks like. Are you sleepy? You might be. First try? No. And I was able to find another really soon afterwards. Oh, hello. Not marked though. And although it wasn't marked, this hunt was looking promising. That looks like a shiny in the grass. Not marked though. Oh wait, it wasn't even shiny. It's not shiny. That's embarrassing. Okay, so maybe not too promising. Because before I knew it, you are shiny for sure. I will not be mistaken, but you're actually not marked. So sad. My time was dwindling down. Hello. No. And each shiny I found that wasn't marked just stung worse and worse. With 2 hours left on the clock, I made the executive decision to move on without the sleepy sloth. Today is my birthday. Say happy birthday right now. Leave a comment saying happy birthday right now. Well, actually, I lied to you again. This is not being recorded on my birthday, and this video is probably getting posted after my birthday. Oops. But in Scarlet and Violet, there's a special mark you can get on a Pokemon when the game is set to your birthday. The Destiny mark. So, I figured, what better way to end this adventure than to go for my favorite Pokemon ever with the Destiny mark. Now, I spent way more time than I should have going for different shinies, but with the Destiny mark having the best odds of all marks in the entire game at 1 in 25, 3 in 25 with the Mark Charm, which is about a 1 in 8 chance per Pokemon, I was feeling pretty good, even with only 2 hours left on the clock. Well, I shouldn't have been. Like I said earlier, my luck was bound to run out at some point. My first sandwich looking went swimmingly. Get it? Because Mudkip is a water type, and swimming is something you do in the water. Finding 2 shiny Kips. Oh! Unfortunately, neither one was marked. You're not the one. All good. We still had 3 sandwiches to go. If I could find another 2 shinies per sandwich, then that's 8 shinies. Just hitting the odds. Well, that didn't happen. In fact, I didn't find a single other shiny for the duration of my time. These 2 markless Kips were my send-off. Kind of a deflating way for this to end. An ending I wasn't satisfied with. So, I bent the rules. Just a little bit. I decided I was going to hunt for a Destiny Mark Mudkip for as long as it took. A bunch more shiny Mudkip were found, some with special marks, but I finally had my little guy, the chosen one. So, our 24 hours are all done. In that time, we found a total of 55 shinies and caught 51 of them. Actually insane to find that many within a 24-hour period. And 16 of them were marked. 6 had the uncommon mark, ironically the most common mark. 7 had timed marks, like the lunchtime, dawn, and dusk marks. And 2 had personality marks. And a shivering Snorunt still eludes me. But like I said earlier, I'll be giving away every single unmarked shiny Pokemon I found during this video to you lovely people watching. A week from this video's release, I'll be live streaming right here on YouTube for a fun little giveaway event. More details to follow. So, to make sure you don't miss it, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That's all I got for you guys today. Bye!